The night air in Shanghai carried a soft winter chill, the kind that made people pull their coats tighter and breathe small white clouds into the sky. Neon lights painted the city with hues of violet and gold, and countless footsteps echoed through the modern streets. But deep inside the chaos of the city, a secret was being carefully guarded, a plan known only to a few trusted people. Vailu's heart beat a little faster as she adjusted her mask and lowered the brim of her hat. Even disguised, she felt like someone might recognize her at any moment. She was used to flashing cameras, red carpets, and screaming fans, but tonight was different. Tonight, she wasn't heading toward a big event or a glamorous shoot. Instead, she was sneaking into something far more intimate. A secret fan meeting. Wang had been the one to suggest it. "Our fans have been waiting for something special," he had told her over the phone just days earlier. "Let us give them a moment they'll never forget." His voice had held a mixture of excitement and mischief, the kind of tone that always made Bailu wonder what exactly he was planning. Despite trying to maintain her cool, she couldn't deny she felt thrilled. Dylan had always been unpredictable. Sometimes stubborn, sometimes teasing, and sometimes, like tonight, surprisingly thoughtful. As she stepped into the private entrance of the studio, she noticed the transformation instantly. The room had been decorated like a winter dream, twinkling fairy lights overhead, white roses along the tables, and a silver backdrop sparkling like freshly fallen snow. It felt magical. "Hey," a familiar voice called. She turned. There he was, Dylan Wang, wearing a cozy wool coat, hands in pockets, hair slightly messy like he had been running around. His eyes crinkled with a boyish grin the moment he saw her. "You made it," he said, a little breathless. Bailu rolled her eyes, though she couldn't hide her smile. "Of course. You're the one who dragged me into this plan." "Oh come on," Dylan chuckled. "You love our fans just as much as I do. Maybe even more." She didn't deny it. Their fans were loyal, passionate, and had supported them through so many ups and downs. They deserved something special. "How many fans are coming?" she asked. 20. Dylan leaned closer. "Handpicked from messages they wrote to us. Some of them have been waiting for years just to see us together again." Bailu's heart softened. She remembered reading some of the letters, stories of personal struggles, achievements, and how watching their drama had given those fans comfort and strength. Moments later, staff quietly signaled that the fans were arriving. Bailu and Dylan took their positions at the front, side by side. She could feel the warmth of his shoulder just inches from hers. It was strangely comforting. The doors opened. 20 fans stepped inside and gasps filled the air. "Is that them?" Bailu, Dylan Wang. "No way." They came together. Some fans covered their faces in disbelief. Others struggled to hold back tears. balcony connected to the studio, where the night skyline stretched endlessly before them. "You handled that question well," she teased. "Well, I had to keep it interesting." He leaned on the railing, glancing sideways at her. "Besides, it wasn't a bad question." She blinked, confused. "What do you mean?" Dylan smiled knowingly. "Fancy ways sometimes before we do. Maybe that's why they're so excited about us." Her breath caught for a second, not because of what he said, but how he said it. Bailu tried to laugh it off, but her heart felt strangely unsteady. They had always been close, but moments like this blurred the line between acting and reality. Anyway, Dylan continued, breaking the tension. "I'm glad we did this. They needed it?" "Yeah," she agreed softly. "And I needed it too." She looked up at the starless sky. "It's been a while since I felt this connected with the fans." Dylan nudged her shoulder. "Then we should do it more often." She smiled until she noticed a slight commotion below the balcony. A small group of fans, those who hadn't been chosen, had secretly found a location and gathered outside the building. They looked up with pure hope and excitement. Bailu gasped. "Oh no, they waited for us." Dylan followed her gaze, then grinned. "Well, looks like we're not done yet." Without hesitation, he waved. The fans screamed. Bailu laughed and joined him, waving both hands in the air. Even from a distance, the fans' joy was unmistakable. One of them shouted, "We love you. Please always be together." Dylan shouted back playfully, "We'll try our best." Bailu hit his arm lightly, embarrassed, but she couldn't help laughing. They stayed there for several minutes, greeting fans, blowing kisses, sending hearts with their hands. Cameras flashed, cheers echoed into the night. It was chaos. It was beautiful. It was real. As they finally stepped back inside, Bailu let out a soft sigh. "They really believe in us." Dylan paused, hands in his pockets again. His eyes were warm, sincere. "Maybe we should believe in us too." The silence that followed was gentle, meaningful. Bailu felt her heart stretching in ways she didn't fully understand. She didn't know what was waiting for them in the future, but right here, right now, with Dylan beside her and fans cheering below, everything felt just right. Before they left the studio, Dylan reached into his bag and pulled out 2 matching keychains, tiny snowflakes made of